Hello and welcome back to Academy Rush. I'm happy to see you here for another week of League. I'm James Patterson, and let's jump right into today's games. Here's how things go. This channel will be delivering you the highlights from the first 4 games played on the schedule. If you want to focus in on your favorite team, the dedicated streams are available via the links that will appear on your screen now. For those of you sticking around, though, let's jump into the matchups. Last week's Academy Rush broadcast marked the end of the first round robin, and now teams start the march towards the postseason. Each team gets a rematch, and the first one we'll cover is Team Liquid Academy versus Immortals, where Coco the Dragon leads us through Tactical's matchup against Altec, who has moved to the Academy roster today. Then we've got Mad Magical, who returns to Academy Rush to cover 100 Thieves versus Evil Geniuses. 2 teams tied in 5th, looking to set up their bot laners for success. Dignitas aims to maintain first as Lorlo loads up against another top-tier Academy top laner in FlyQuest Revenge. We've got pastry time at the ready to bring you that matchup. And then it's Classic Clash with TSM opposite CLG. Fragus and his squad have seen better days, and Rivington will be looking to see if the 10th place team can play spoiler to Spica and TSM as they aim to break from that clump in 5th. Which brings us to our showcase match, Cloud9 versus Golden Guardians. Alorm and Pastry will join me as both teams battle for that coveted 2nd place. But now, let's jump right into it. Dignitas versus FlyQuest.
Week of Academy Rush. My name is Pastry Time, and it is indeed time to get into our game here as Dignitas Academy take on Fly Academy. It has been a interesting go for Dignitas Academy recently. Once atop the standings with no losses at all, they have taken 2 losses in the last few weeks. And unfortunately for them, despite their record being very good at 8-2, their losses have been a little damning, losing to basically a straight-up TP backdoor by TLA after taking a Baron they should not have taken, and just kind of getting a loss in the draft by drafting a little too much magic damage up against Golden Guardians Academy. Still a very powerful team, expecting them to come out swinging here as FlyQuest have struggled since their early opening success in Academy. But as the teams power up and get closer in strength, certainly Dignitas have shown that they are not unbeatable in this league, despite the caliber of players. Going to quickly run through the draft view right now. The bans on the Dig side were Lucian, Azir, Yuumi, LeBlanc, and Zoe. And Fly A offering up Ornn, Tahm Kench, Syndra, Olaf, and Trundle. So we'll see Acadian here going to go ahead and start on his red with a bit of help there from Phoenix and Olay. And interestingly, we are on patch 10.4 and Aphelios did receive some nerfs, yet this was the first pick overall for Dig. As you can see, you can now see both of Phoenix's weapons, which is very nice for both spectators and opponents alike. But interesting to see Dignitas still prioritize that champion very highly despite the changes. So Phoenix clearly believing that it is more than powerful enough to take very early on in this draft alongside Olay, despite the changes to the champ. In the top lane, things looking about the same as we've seen. Set continuing to be high priority. This was one of the 2 first picks that FlyQuest Academy took into this game. And Aatrox we see just about any time he's available in the top lane. And Lola's been pretty successful on the champion so far this split, but Mash and JJ do have the early push. So they are going to go looking for Sejuani here. Acadian is doing a full red side clear. JJ is maybe going to spot him here. I think we'll now see that the Raptors are gone, but actually going straight for the mid lane by the looks of things. Going to try set up triple here for a potential kill. Hook is going to connect very nicely. Miasma down as well. Grounds him in there with a root, and good damage as Conqueror procs a triple, but not enough for a kill, but still very efficient roaming on the part of JJ. This does though give Acadian power to just walk into the enemy jungle and do his own gank here, wrapping around into the top side of the map. Revenge could be in a spot of bother here. Does not have vision, and Acadian has not been spotted wrapping around, despite the fact that Fnatic was on the Raptor. So Revenge going to get chained up. Lolo setting it up perfectly. Permafrost going to charge up. Sejuani back in the man of melee top lane, and see you later, Revenge. Nice face breaker, good haymaker, but that's only going to delay the inevitable. Revenge actually going to try and make a go of it, but it's still first blood over to Lolo. Extremely well executed gank there by Acadian. This Fnatic maybe on the bot side looking to make something happen himself, but is spotted by the ward that Dignitas Academy do have. And
a gank both ways, but only Dignitas comes away with a kill. That'll feel good for our #1 team in the Academy system. Let's take our first look of TSM versus CLG.
All right, we saw a little bit of love there from Spica coming through. this Sejuani and Trundle for him last week, and definitely haven't seen the Zach. I can say that for sure. So this is going to be awesome to see how he can provide initiations for the team and support if they are actually getting poked on too much, how they can start to break that poke. You have the Ezreal, you have the Karma, you have the Syndra. So you can always get a pick here from this side of CLG. If it's not going to be a super amount of poke, I didn't mean poke so much, more so of a pick. But you also have Fragus and Deus to follow up on those persons being stunned, slowed, or possibly taking quite a bit of front-end damage. Pretty early here in the first portion of the game, just 4.5 minutes in, and we saw a bit of aggression in the mid lane, and Spica coming towards top now, twice. Jumps in, a quick umbral dash for Deus, and that flash is going to be down. Now it's going to be a kill as well for Spica coming out of the jungle. Gets a little sticky with that bubblegum Zac as he sticks up Deus to go down there for a first blood. Teleport is going to be up on that top side. A little bit more armor there for Deus as he comes back. Don't even know if he's going to be able to fit too many potions in, if not even a refillable. There it is. Probably just waiting on a few more coins to get in there. It's always good to get refillable. If you find yourself buying quite a few potions and going back to lane, refillable. It was a hard transition for me to make, actually. You're like, no, I don't use it that much, I swear. But then you go and you look and you're like, wait, I bought like 5 potions already. Refillable. It's just the answer. It's just the answer, especially when you're in the solo lane. You're going to be fighting, you're going to be trading. It's always good to get. I like this backstop here. Infernal Chain. Boop. And Dokla's going to have to wait a little bit. Cannon Wave coming up here. It would have been really nice for Dokla to be able to get a full back onto that, but it looks like he may get up on this wave and just say, no, we'll get it to the turret. Safe jungling on both sides. Fragus has really hovered around the bot side of this map quite a bit. He's obviously cleared his top side jungle, but more towards this bot, making sure Wind and Phil are safe.
2 games, 2 ganks to the top lane, and 2 kills. Let's go for 3 for 3 as we get our first look at TL and Immortals.
To see if he might come back for a round and grab a possible first blood here. Jenkins does not know Potluck's in the vicinity. He gets walled in. This is bad news for Gangplank, as all you need is that Crescent Blade to hit. You're trying to spend as much time as possible. Misses the Crescent Blade, but he goes in anyways and will find the first blood. Will he give it to Alorum? Will he be the nice guy? Or will he let Jenkins just walk away? No! Crescent Blade confirms the kill for Potluck, making Immortals now have a dominant performance and sort of presence in this top side. You want to have that. You want to make sure that Alorum will be able to 1v1 Jenkins as much as possible. This is where Yorick thrives, to where he can lock you down, have someone who can't dash through his wall, and then just completely beat them down with the Maiden and with your ghouls. Exact performances which you wanted from that one. Now, also expectations from Tactical and Cow here, because it's something for me when I looked into the draft. You actually picked Lucian into the Misfortune. It was that first pick, Misfortune, and to me it caused that awkwardness of, well, Xayah was available. You could have had something that had a little bit more dueling capability with Xayah Rakan. That was on the board. But maybe Gate and Ultec just were not comfortable with it. They said, no, we need someone who's a bit more beefy in those frontline engagements. We need someone who can allow us time for our mid-game performance to thrive. But I don't know if it will be the best later on. We'll have to keep a note on how well Gate and Ultec will be able to sort of convert some kind of power spikes once they hit those 2-item power spikes where Lucian and Taric will really start to pop off.
3 for 3 first bloods in the top lane on this fine Friday. One more game to get a first look. That's 100 Thieves versus Evil Geniuses.
A little bit more so that he could push back with contracts nearby. So I had to feign back, say, all right, get some honey fruits, allow an invade from contracts, but here's the Predator pop. That's going to be the Dragon form already coming in, but no Glacial Prison unleashed by Anda, instead holding off. You see how much damage came in from Anda just on the 5-fire. I believe that was just one use of E. They can 5-fire nearly down to 50%. It's gonna be a scary thing now that you have the Fiendish Codex completed already from contracts once he's able to get the Runic Echoes. The scary thing, even though it's only one of the abilities that does a lot of damage, it does a lot in these early games where not everyone's gonna be ready for that. See, same for Anda, still hasn't gotten any magic resistance started to build up just yet. Couple poke, trying to see if they can steal away the red buff. Does not get stolen away, but here's the rotation coming in from Brandini as well coming in from Fake God, trying to see if they can secure first blood with the help of 5 Fires Equalizer, and they got Brandini, they got Fake God already routed up. They got a lot of damage back on to 5 Fires, trying to see if they can take him down. Just need one more, there's gonna be the kill coming in from Fake God. He's able to get the Triumph stack, but not enough to heal back up. So it is a 2-for-1 in favor of Evil Geniuses. Good rotations came in. Brandini was the first one on the call. Knew that the invade was maybe a little bit too ham-fisted by Contracts, even though you do have a good ability to move around the map from Fake God. You can use that Starfall to be able to go wherever he needs to. It's just a little bit too long. The channel took too much time, and Contracts is really squishy on this AP Shyvana. Means that if you're not there at the exact moment you're needed, of course you're not going to be able to win.
Contracts gets roasted in this 2-for-1 trade between our 5-and-5 teams. A very important match for both those squads as we hop back over to Dignitas versus FlyQuest. Looks like more top lane action. Why not?
Get away without any additional damage, and Fnatic has roamed up to the top side of the map, but the wave is pushing back towards Revenge, who's actually going to have a CS lead by the end of this. He's got a whole wave to pick up, including a cannon, and he's equal in CS just about here to Lolo, so it's going to be pretty close between the two. Revenge has certainly been a standout player here on FlyQuest, and despite the first blood for Lolo, got that early Doran sword and shield, so he's equipped and ready for battle. Not afraid of fighting Aatrox straight up, which Set really should not be afraid of in general. Makes sense why it's such a popular first pick. It does fit into a variety of comps. Some teams can flex it as well into solo lanes or even jungle. And does just kind of very robust, very safe, all-around good solo laner. Revenge certainly been happy to take a new top laner to battle in recent weeks. As Mash and JJ going to look to push things out here in the bottom lane. A good first recall here for Phoenix, kind of maximizing that aggression. BF sword and 2 Dorans there for Phoenix. We do see a lot of Dorans stacking on the ADs, especially MF, but Monte can interrupt this back. What a great equalizer. Mash going to be forced to flash away. JJ again off to the side. Ole did try and flash there for the hook, but Mash was able to burn the heal and the flash to get out of there safely. Still a massive commitment for FlyQuest Academy to get away, and the bad news is still to come. They're going to lose so many minions to this turret. After some really good timing there from Phoenix, Ole, and Damonte in particular with the roam down there. You have to imagine, again, they were hoping that they could push away that much.
As the key teams continue to jockey for position here in the mid lane, we're going to hop over to TL Immortals to check in on the action.
2 control wards in the river. You have absolute darkness, except that small little ward on that bottom side that's just sort of giving a little bit of a peek, but you can still sneak around it if you're Team Liquid. It's totally fine as it is. Sui clearing out the wave, making sure that they do have that pressure for this dragon, and they will be taking it with ease. There are no members here for Immortals, and this is perfect recipe for disaster for Immortals. They were drafting an early composition and wanted Lucian to win lane. They wanted Alorum to win lane. They wanted Insanity to at least go even to allow Potluck to create the roams and plays, but Surnfire has been ahead of him 5 steps in the way. And it's just wonderful to see because of how Surnfire's transition and learning phase from the LCS to Academy has just grown him as a player, and making it now where this 75% win rate in Academy, sure, it's only 4 games, but give him a break, man. He had to deal with Team Liquid while they did not have Broxa, and that's just got to be brutish. And, you know, sort of seeing that transition of in those losses on the LCS stage and then coming in for that redemption arc, it's perfect. You know, might as well make it an anime if you want. Sitting here now with Lorm going back, he does have to deal with Tactical and Cow in this top side now. Shelly is going to be the next objective up, probably in the next couple of minutes. As Tactical will see if he can grab some more turret plates. You have a minute left. So try and get as much as you can.
No kills, but a gold lead and 2 dragons. Nothing to scoff at for Team Liquid as they sit pretty in that game. Over to TSM CLG, where TSM has found themselves a number of kills and now a 3K gold lead just 12 minutes in.
That can get you from such a distance that you're almost done once they initiate. So huge props. We got a kill on bot side as I'm just blowing up Tuesday here. He's gone down twice, but he's actually playing his heart out in that mid lane to stay alive and has a great CS lead. Bot lane goes down. That's going to be Deus as the map is switched once more. Here we go. Treats and Loss now down with Spica. And you can't really do much in a 3v1 as they take down the top laner. He is now also 0-2 and 0 as the solo lanes are feeling the pain of TSM. Oh, the bubble hits him, the scatter doesn't, the follow-up and the damage comes through. Oh, I think Tuesday wanted to challenge that. Caster Curse, he played that thinking he had the damage and he would be able to just take the wave of the turret, but he missed the scatter, and the scatter mattered, baby. Oh, he goes down quick. That is an unfortunate one. You hate to see it, as they say. Caster Curse comes through once more. Looks like this Drake will also be going in the favor of TSM, and what a quick tempo they have on this game right now. It must be head spinning on the side of CLG to figure out how they can stop this from happening. The first way is to put down as many wards as you can. Stop that snowball, figure out where they're coming from, how they're doing it, when they're gonna do it, and it becomes even harder versus this TSM comp. This range they have to initiate with. I mean, sometimes you have to rethink where you put your wards for a Nocturne. Here, there's multiple. It's gonna be a Zoe bubble coming through walls.
The game they're expected to win, TSM, is perfect so far. Exactly what you want to see out of a young team. Cleanliness, cleanliness, cleanliness. Let's go over to a game, though, that's a little bit closer. Dig versus FlyQuest.
Forced out. Triple does have the flash. Phoenix was chasing him as well, but here comes JJ, also ready with his ulti. But does not let the depth charge go. Instead, Dignitas maybe just going to counter push mid. No, they leave the wave. Rift Herald is up for the taking. So they'll go there first. They got plenty of time between objectives here to try and take it. Revenge will know what's happening, but Ole is already clearing out vision, and despite the ward in the backside, I think Fly are just going to try and trade here. Mash is trying to knock down the bottom outer tower. Triple continuing to try and push mid, although Devontae is there to challenge. So we Rift Herald number 2 over to Dig. There's of course no plates to take. With the way the second Herald spawn works, I believe there is no way for you to take additional plates with the second Herald, but of course will likely yield you a full turret eventually. At least a full outer turret. So certainly plenty to play for here for Dig, and they're ready for this next Drake fight if they can get back out on the map. Leandri's finished for Demonte. He TP'd back down to start this one off. Ole already back down, starting to counter sweep the vision here. It does find a nice ward placed behind the rocky outcrop there. And Dig just move in, they take the vision. FlyQuest do have ultis at the ready. They're gonna have to fight maybe pretty quickly here. Phoenix potentially off in a dangerous spot, but Dig grouping up, and Mash is trapped down bot lane, does have his Essence Reaver done, so did at least manage to sneak that item in before this fight. Hook lands there for JJ, front side, it's Amonte that's the target, no stopwatch here, gonna get stunned, pulled back by Revenge's Facebreaker is Triple. Able to find the damage to get that first kill, now 5v4 for FlyQuest. And they'll move down to the Mountain Drake. They'll start it here. Looks like FlyQuest realize that Dignitas do not want to try and compete for this Drake. So the gold is staying very close between the two teams. It's still about 1,200 up for Dignitas, but that's what it was before without any towers being taken here for FlyQuest Academy. So if they can get that gold, as they do get that Drake, and take the lead 2-1.
FlyQuest playing Dig close, but they'll need more wins like that to come away with the victory here today. Over to TL Immortals. Let's remind you that Altec is in for Immortals today. Still waiting to see what kind of effect he'll have on this game.
Well, to contest these objectives, but you're not in the rotations to do so. You're slow on your resets. And Team Liquid has been able to be quicker on that draw, and now, as a matter of fact, quicker on this catch too. They might be able to find Altec. The flash play does so, and it's just a matter of time for Tarek's ultimate to tick off, and the kill will go over to Tactical. And Team Liquid finds another kill again. Their pressure constantly squeezing down on the throats of Immortals. Looking to see if they can take this turret. They do have the satchel charge to hasten that siege, and they will do so, and it is going to be Cloud Drake that they will set their eyes on next. Well, what can you find in return, Immortals? I do see Insanity on that Rift Herald. When Team Liquid does smell the blood, they might try and see if they can push you off or get some free damage in so they can have that pressure. Do see Jenkins, see if he can push out a little bit more. He is still struggling in that CS department. Hasn't gotten the Trinity Force yet either. But now with the Rift Herald, I was telling Immortals, you know, 16, 17 minutes in, it's the mid game. Do something. Come on. This is your moment. This is where you shine. Use the Rift Herald, get some objectives, create some pressure, throw it into Alorum's bot side, and force a fight. Get some vision control. Look at your top side vision control right now. You've got that denial, but it's Team Liquid that's taking advantage of it. What are you doing, buddy? Insanity. Will he be able to get the kill? I highly doubt it, but the Conqueror could do something. Unfortunately not. The heal comes in from Tactical, and they secure their 4th
That
kill.
timing by me. I'll take the blame for that one, Alltech, as TL picks up 2 in this bout. Over to TSM CLG. Let's check in on how TSM has extended their lead. Looks to be blown wide open.
A bit of fog of war to play in. Spica again walking through here. Not somebody you can initiate on, so it has to be a good window for CLG. Lost pushing up the bot side of the map. Dokla's going to be pushing up mid without TP. He's just staying half a jungle away. Darkened Blade for Deus, easily clearing out minions one after the other with all 3 Qs, so he's safe. Mid's going to be cleared by Tuesday, so you can see the orbs coming out from him, but it's so touch and go. Shots from Wind are going to try to prep TSM for a bit of a fight that CLG could win. But the redemption comes out immediately from the hands of Treats. Channeling from over the wall, Spica, and he's going to go in hard. Arctic Assault immediately does stop Spica. Really nicely done by Froggus, but the follow-up damage is just so much from TSM. Even though the initiation was thwarted, they have the follow DPS. This initiation under the turret's going to be huge with the Rift Herald, and Spica jumps in one more time just to deter TSM. Dokla's in with the face breaker, but they can't get Tuesday all the way down just yet. And they are breaking the base at 20 minutes into the game. We just got Rift Herald, or Baron onto the map, I should say. And they do lose Evolved. That's what we were looking for when they get a little overzealous, when they push a little too hard. An inhibitor going down does make you feel great. You know you have a bit of room to lose, if you will, on the side of TSM. And CLG has quite a bit of room to make up now. One of those kills going over onto Tuesday. He's going to feel great to start getting a few of those items in. The Luden's now creating a bit more damage that he can scatter amongst the team. But nothing super impactful just yet. A very big hill to climb here for Counter Logic Gaming.
TSM trades one to break the base. Gonna feel good about that one. This one's almost buttoned up, so we're heading over to Dig FlyQuest, where the kill store is just about locked. 3 and 4 currently.
One taking a force JJ away. Level 12 to level 8. The Leandry's there for the Rumble. Makes sense why it's not really a fight JJ wants to take. Katie gonna walk in here. Dignitas might just go for this. JJ again, not that tanky. Katie in the front side gonna try and bear the brunt of the attack. Triple with the ulti, does not quite connect. And the Equalizer gonna force out the Ceres there, but in the front side, looks like it is Acadian caught. Triple getting low, but not dead yet. Ball time and the choke points, very nice. As the Monte gonna get grabbed. Triple gonna make it out of there. JJ with a stopwatch of his own. Maybe he can keep this one alive, but Phoenix able to get that kill revenge with a massive shield on that Haymaker. But Lola gonna chase him down as Phoenix just could not be touched in the backline. Able to dish out the deeps and win Dignitas the fight. Really looked like FlyQuest Academy were gonna have it there. They're tidicating enough, they managed to DPS him down. Mash had a great ulti through a kind of questionable choke point that Dignitas Academy was still re-engaging through. They just could not get to the damage dealers. Felios just destroying people in the front line. Triple, if he'd been able to rejoin the fight, may have been a different story, but he had to burn basically everything he had just to live. So not exactly the fight FlyQuest Academy prescribed for themselves. Triple continuing to...
Dignitas clinging to that small advantage that they have in this one, but FlyQuest really pushing them. TL Immortals, TL finds themselves in a similar position, just 5K ahead of their opponents. Let's see how they use it.
It's not Baron that I was mentioning, but they're baiting out an objective at least. There's so much damage going on to Pollock. Will he be able to get alive? He does. He is on that back line. Tactical is so close to dying, but he's able to get away. And now the members of Immortals are on to Schernfire, who also is able to just slip by, but he dies by the hands of Alltac with that double tap. And now there's actually pressure here for Immortals. All 5 members are in this mid lane. Will they be able to use any of it? They're going to run it to the Dragon, deny that Dragon Soul from Team Liquid, and at least get some kind of pressure on the map for the first time in this 23-minute game. Spectacular work. Finally a plan that is working for Immortals.
Alltech gets himself onto the board for the first time in Academy this split, but we're gonna hop back over to TSM CLG as TSM tries to put the close on it.
Wall, what can we see? Can we get an initiation? They kind of gave away what was on the other side of that wall, and he's happy to jump into it for the rest of his team to go in. He still has the passive to go through. They may be able to fight around it. Remember, there's actually no wave here for TSM, so maybe a little ahead of themselves to get into that. One Darkened Blade comes up, and just a few shots back means Deus does not want to do that again. Dokla's on the mid lane. They're going to lose one member on the side of TSM, but CLG is going to start losing more of their base. The Nexus turrets are getting hit by super minions, and 2-on-1 turret will be able to take it down before those super minions die. That's going to be another inhibitor going down. CLG has to go for broke here, but they are going to have every member up, and not every summoner spell, and that might be what matters. Treats looking for the dazzle back. Dokla comes in with a big punch for himself, and Evolved with these paddle stars is ridiculous. Ultimate's halfway on cooldown for loss, so you're not going to see any bullet time reigning over CLG at just this moment. That Nexus turret very, very low at this point. Evolve forward onto Phil, gets a shield onto himself, but it almost does not matter. A sliver of health as he limps back to the fountain to heal up. The rest of the team of CLG doing the same, as it looks like TSM could be here to stay. They're just so far ahead in every way this game. They can continue to fight, heal up. Cloud Drake is going to be the Drake that changes the rift, but it's not going to be something that they even need to fight for at this point. Dokla has to go in at this point, and this is when TSM could have overstepped one more time. CLG gets a few more of these than the complete items, and there might be a light at the end of the tunnel, but right now TSM is kind of playing with their food, and CLG is trying to hold on by a thread. Evolved baiting in here with Spica taking chickens, as they still have a red buff to bait after as well. Tarek gonna go back as Treats goes ahead and refreshes himself and wards in his inventory. A chance now to start at the Drakes. I feel like Spica, he tried to go for the drive. Oh my God, he gets it! Can he get out though? Passes down from the last fight. This is going to be a stopwatch, not a Zanya's. He may be able to keep himself alive. You have to be kidding me. CLG is just so turned by this. They want to get that kill. They're going to throw themselves into the fire to try and get it. They did not want to lose that soul, and they know that's pretty much it. So they are going to give it their last drop of blood on this fight. Dokla's taking two on the back line right now as Fragus limps away with a sliver of health. Oh, the super minion turned away, but he's going to get hit by the caster minions anyways. What is going on right now? 25 minutes on the clock, and TSM is storming through this game, 13-4. They're gonna push themselves to 6-5 to find a positive scoreline coming into the second half of the split, as CLG will continue to work on what troubles the team. TSM coming up with a win as they take down the Nexus of Counterlogic Gaming.
TSM with a smash of a victory, an absolute speed run to kick off the week here for Academy Rush. TL Immortals checking in back with this one. 6-3 stands the kill score, only 6K separating these two squads.
Either have that side lane pressure against Jenkins once again, or for those team fights, for those objective fights, because of that tank busting capability that the Eulogy is able to do. It does a surprising amount of damage. Like, I'd like to see if we can get some stats for that, to see how much damage Maiden will actually provide in those team fight capabilities. Maybe stats can get on that for me. Thank you. Now, 30 seconds until Cloud Soul once again, which means you can contest this side on the bottom side. And it causes a little bit more of a struggle for Immortals because of the fact that you're still using your sideway pressure on the bottom side. It is that one that is really the weakest. You've only taken one turret out of this 27-minute game, which means the only sideway that you really have that pressure on is that bottom end. Everything else is totally fine and dandy for Team Liquid. And here you go, back end, you're going to be baiting those objectives. You force a flash away from Lorem. That's great news. But now let's see if Immortals is able to manipulate this fight well. There is the Maiden for that team fighting. And the rest of this bomb, there's the offsides from Yasui. See if he can find anything. That's a nice mega explosive bomb there. That's a brutish amount of damage, and that just means Team Liquid hits the go button and tears apart Immortals and takes down two members and forces everyone else to retreat, tails between their legs. And that is going to be Cloud Soul for Team Liquid Academy.
TL finds the perfect fight to secure the Dragon's soul. Dignitas just put themselves in position to do the same, picking up their third Dragon of the game.
Things are quiet here between the objectives, it seems like. Still 3,000 gold here for Dignitas, the lead, but the lead has not grown much since the last time I checked it, which may have been at least 5 minutes ago, perhaps 10. The FLICKR are doing a good job of trying to stabilize the game. Again, it's just these lack of structures, lack of ability to easily move into the central, neutral areas of the map around the big objectives like the Drake, like the Baron. And to set up the team fight that FlyQuest won is, in a lot of ways, just the basics of League. But Dignitas has just been better in these fights, just been better finding picks. JJ here again, gonna challenge Acadian. Phoenix here gonna challenge everyone. Got a Vamp Scepter and a Rune, and Zarkane now finished up. So certainly feeling team fight ready here on the Aphelios as JJ eats a bit of damage there from the range extended tower that hit him. That was changed. Aphelios can now no longer hit you from anywhere, but still fairly long with the rifle combos. And it does feel like Baron is just the order of business here. Dignitas just brute forcing their way into the pit. Again, around this little outcrop. Gonna look for hooks on the Dignitas side. Ren's just trying to get the wave pushed out. Looks like he's going for Stoneplate second after the Bramble Vest and the Triforce, so a bit tankier of a set build. Certainly one that we've seen quite a few times. And are we just gonna be waiting for 3 minutes for this next Drake to roll around? Maybe. Seems like the teams don't really want to split up. Ooh, Moonlight Vigil in the front line. Triple going to be the target they find. But a good turnaround there from Academy, who is supposed to flash away. It's Lolo now in the backline, just diving in there. But Revenge also taking up so much damage. Gets out of there. Didn't even have the stone plate. And somehow he bears the brunt of an actual 1v5 in the front line. And again, Cassio has to burn all the sums.
We're still searching for an answer to that 7-0 and 3 Aatrox up there on the top lane, piloted by Lorlo. But while they do that, we're gonna see what TL is doing with that Cloud Soul they picked up just moments ago.
And just make sure, Mortals is just having a terrifying time. You have 2 members on the top, they're like, okay, we need to get a turret, but you don't have empowered recalls, buddy. You're not going to have a lot of time to get back to the base and defend your inhibitors. They're already beating them down. They take down 1. Will Immortals look for more? Alorum is still on that top side. They're doing a base race. I don't think this is the best idea, buddy. Alorum, get home because Immortals is crying for help. The sieging from the Satchel Charge is so terrifying. And there you go, Podluck goes in. Can he get anyone? He gets a 4-man lockdown, but it's not enough damage. Team Liquid is able to survive to say, let's come back for a round 2. There comes the showstopper. That's a lot of damage onto Team Liquid, but it's not enough. And a double kill, bow! Terrifying. And there you go, Podluck goes in. Can he get anyone? He gets a 4-man lockdown, but it's not enough damage. Team Liquid is able to survive to say, let's come back for a round 2. There comes the showstopper. That's a lot of damage onto Team Liquid, but it's not enough. And a double kill, bow! Bomb! Coming in from Yasui. Dropping all the members of Immortals. Gate is left to his own. Let's see if he can lock him down. Bullet time secures the kill. And there's no one left alive. Alorum just has to watch as the grave is being dug. And OTL takes the win.
Nice, yeah. A close so nice you had to see it twice. TL with the upset victory there in that one from Cloud Soul to Baron. Baron to end. What a clean way to tie that one up. Dignitas FlyQuest, this one's still neck and neck though. Very much undecided.
Academy, of course, not wanting to make any mistakes. Hook there onto the front side, lands. Hook there by Ole. Gonna try and move triple back in. Into Stacy goes. Big ulti there out of the Aphelios, but a bullet time is good. Phoenix will be able to take down JJ, but Revenge again gonna go back in for exactly that. Ole already dead. Tidwani dead here as well for Night with a great stopwatch here as Phoenix still left unfettered, just ripping through everyone. A double already, and again, if you cannot get to the Aphelios safely, the team fight is not over. So despite FlyQuest actually winning the overall exchange, it is still not done. Damonte and Phoenix can absolutely win this 2v3. And there are no junglers. So no way to really take this Drake safely. Phoenix is just going in. He doesn't have flash, he does have heal. They're going to try and take this Drake here. Triple going to keep them out as Mash did start it. But Damonte moving in. I'm not sure about this one because, again, no junglers. Revenge here, though. Going to start something up. No ulti. Going to try and face break in again. Tries to force them out. Mash getting stronger, but Phoenix again with the tower just there. Snapping them down, but they do not get the Drake equalizer down. That's going to be Mash dead to the Comet of the Rumble. A costly Drake there for FlyQuest Academy, but one they really did have to take. But the game will not stop there. Phoenix staying out on the map. Stayed full health that entire time they were dancing around the objective. So now it's going to be a 4v5 for FlyQuest Academy around the Baron pit. Fnatic just doesn't look like he's going to get a look in for a steal. Are they going to play defense and make sure nobody gets in? And that will be Baron over to Dignitas Academy. Unreal what Phoenix did there in that team fight. Again, a tale of two carries in many ways here. It's Triple versus Phoenix, and Phoenix has been left to his own devices in too many team fights for FlyQuest Academy to be comfortable. And Triple has been the opposite. He has been assaulted every single engagement. He's burnt sums, he's burnt Seraph shields, he's popping the stopwatch like his life depends on it, because it does. But you can see the formula here for both teams. Damonte has energized because, of course he does. Certainly a player with a lot of confidence. You have to appreciate. But this game is still close. Do not let the gold lead deceive you. Baron right now for Dig is good. They still need to do damage here to kind of the key sections of the FlyQuest base. FlyQuest Academy have shown they can certainly win a 5v5, again, if they can set things up the way they want. Mash, though, a little behind on items, so it's going to be the 4 items now for Triple with the Rabadons finished. To look to continue to carry through these fights. To Dig's credit, they've done a great job recognizing the threat. It is certainly Triple. Mash not there yet. Kind of need the 3rd item to, I think, be in the conversation. Trying to freeze him out here, 2 minutes 50. Again, Baron still going. FlyQuest have not conceded a tower yet, though. Keeping the tier 2 very healthy there in mid. Looks like this inhibitor tower, though, in bottom lane may not be so lucky. So will FlyQuest go for something now? They're going to clear the wave this first time. No, can't do it quickly enough. The Baron up cannon is able to get it. Maybe now they try and defend. Dignitas going to have to tread carefully here as they move towards the base. Don't even have to fight here, but an instant ulti onto JJ. But again, the depth charge back out into the back line. Full time over the top. Cleanse out from Triple from the hook. And Acadian rescued by the Lantern as Fnatic dives in there. Moonlight Vigil out, Inferno, big ult. Finds hits on the 3 as Triple again still cutting around. Lawler, though, maybe too far forward. He gets showstopper in! What a play there from Revenge as FlyQuest Academy get a leap into action. And finally, Phoenix dies in a team fight. Make it 3 for Cassio as JJ gonna force Ole's flash. That is the fight FlyQuest were asking for. Revenge, it may have cost him his life, but he just dives in there with the showstopper. Triple has to be careful still. Gonna get a lot of life back there with the Twin Fangs over the Raptor pit, but 12 stacks now for Damonte, who's good at getting assists there with a Rumble.
FlyQuest mounts the base defense, a very necessary play, but Triple in the mid lane coming up big for the squad on that late game Cassiopeia. We're gonna hop on over to Evil Genius's 100 Thieves. Been a while since we've been here, but you can see those 4 dragons in the pockets of EG and them knocking on the door of 100 Thieves base.
But now FLICKR's been left alone in the top lane. Flamesplitter doing so much damage. 4-5 fire. He goes golden. They get the kill. They get the turrets themselves too. With no Azir anymore, that is a lot of the wave clear gone for 100 Thieves Academy, and you can tell that Evil Geniuses making that call, trying to see if they can get more, but definitely having to get away from Contract, trying to get the damage into the backline on to that 80 carry of Evil Geniuses, but not able to find any of it. Still forced back, trying to see what they can do, and it seems like 100 Thieves Academy are scrambling at this point. They're not exactly sure what they can get for themselves, even though the Baron buff and the Elder Dragon is gone for Evil Geniuses. They were able to get so much. They have this mid-tier turret almost down. The bot inhibitor turret's gonna die right now to Brandini, and the pick looks like it's gonna be good in the mid lane. They get so much damage. They burst down Prismal too. Then it's gonna be the inhibitors to fall in both mid and bottom lane at nearly the same time. 3 members, it's gonna be 4 soon once the league goes able to respawn, but it's gonna be so long until Prismal's back on the map. I don't know what 100 Thieves are going to be able to do unless, of course, Evil Geniuses want to play this one safe. They don't want to get too cocky here. They want to make sure the minions are all here, pouring into the top lane, take down yet another inhibitor turret. Like I said, the paint by numbers League of Legends. Glacial Fissure comes out, trying to see if they can get the Dragon 4 minions from Contract to get some of the backline damage onto Deathly. He has to flash away. He's barely alive, still holding on to dear life. Can he get away from this? Here comes the Starfall into the backline. Fake God makes Deathly go golden. Can they take him down? It's going to be the shutdown coming in from Fake God. They're going to try to see if they can turn it around on a Fake God, but he's still alive. Somehow holding on to dear life. Brandini, next one that they want to target, should be able to get himself with the dash, Umbral Dash over the wall. He survives, but they do get the pick onto Deathly. Unfortunately, there's not much that you see 100 Thieves Academy can get for themselves on the map. It will be about 28 seconds, 26, 25 seconds until that Elder Dragon is going to spawn, and it's 30 seconds until Deathly will be back up. So it could be trying to posture around this objective. They themselves are pretty low. They have to be so careful. Even with a fight like this, Deathly has TP. He can always join into the fight, even if it's a little bit delayed. And unless you get Versus immediately down, you got about 15 seconds here. 100 Thieves Academy. They're trying to make the call. They don't have Fake God here. That is a 4v4. They don't have Pantheon, and they're still trying to go for the objective down to 50%. Can they get onto into the pit? Trying to see if he gets smited away yet again. Not going to be able to get it secure. It's going to be Soligo who takes it, but he loses his own life in the backline. Principal going to be the next one down. Fire trying to take it him. No, he's still alive, and they're going to be able to get the shutdown in with the Elder buff to back it all up. With everyone so low, though, on 100 Thieves Academy, they're trying to get away. Brandini might die to the Elder buff. There it is, double kill. Coming in from Prismal. 3 members will hold on to the Elder buff, but unfortunately, they lose so much on the map.
EG really struggling to close this one out as Elder goes one way, but the fight goes the other. Over to Dignitas FlyQuest. Totally even in the kill score, even in the drags. 2K separating the teams at this point. That means nothing, so it'll be the next fight.
Does not have the cleanse or the flashback up, so he needed that to live. JJ again on the front side, maybe going to take a little too much. Will get interrupted as he goes over to the wall and is going to be forced to pop the stone plate for revenge. Here he comes again, he's isolated out to Monte. Dignitas are going to start the Soul Drake. Revenge can get over here. This just seems so dangerous, but he's in. He's already going to take it. Does get it. Academy able to snap it away. Monte with the ulti over the top there. Tries to stop the MF, but Revenge again into the backline. Dumps one in, but Triple going to stun to Monte on the other side and will kite him away. I think he's going to win that 1v1, but he can't win it soon enough as Phoenix again left unfettered. As Lolo dives in, he's just going to go for it. Gets the knock up there. Triple again trying to kite it out as JJ is left in a 1v3 that he absolutely cannot win. And Dignitas playing 3 different fronts on this fight somehow come out with the Soul Drake and a clean ace as Revenge with the last one to fall. Watch not going to save him as that's the ace for the Monson, and that may very well be game for Dignitas. No second Baron needed. Such a ridiculous team fight. But again, we talked about FlyQuest Academy wanting to set up the fights on their terms, wanting those 5v5s to go their way. And when he gets split up like that, it is so hard to win a front-to-back fight, but it's just not that at all. Dignitas Academy, a masterclass in team fighting here in Academy, will keep the record strong.
A valiant effort by FlyQuest, but our 8-2 team moves to 9-2. Dignitas, still very much the kings of the Academy League. One more game left to close out, and that would be 100 Thieves versus Evil Genius. 100 picked up a Baron since the last time we saw them.
It's been wild that they've been able to hold on throughout a lot of this. They were pushed back, and it looked like it was all over, but almost like overconfidence came in from Evil Genius Academy. They had gotten a little bit too far out. A couple good picks here and there, good calls, the confidence from 100 Thieves. Even being down, they still make the call that they've got a couple picks that they can go for the Elder Dragon, that they can go for the Baron. With Anda having gone in too early with that large assault, there's a good pullback from 100 Thieves. And this, you have to give a lot of credit over to Contracts. This veteran player for this Academy squad is just telling them how he thinks that they need to be able to play around these objectives. Finally, they are getting more gold back onto the map. They had found themselves about 2,000 gold behind.
Now they're almost within 1,000 gold, and it looks like they had to pick on the other side on the Breezy. FLICKR taking a lot of damage, has to be careful. Here comes the Starfall getting into the back line, but maybe a little bit too far there. FakeGod, he's still alive. Trying to see if he can pull it back onto Matt, and it's going to be Contract over the wall, trying to see if they can get any snipe that they can. Both here and there, definitely having to run away back into his base. That's 100 Thieves Academy marching in the minions this time around. They will get both mid and bot at the exact same time, doing exactly what Evil Geniuses Academy had done to them just mere moments ago when they were the ones with the double buff. Evil Geniuses Academy, you gotta be able to find a miracle here, because it looks like the minions are starting to pour in onto your next turret. Getting a lot of damage onto one of them, but they're still a little bit afraid. FakeGod might have Guardian Angel, but he's taken pretty low and doesn't want to go into the back line just yet. Trying to see who they can catch out if they can get another pick like they did onto Matt. But instead, they're gonna back off, play it safe. Similar to how Evil Geniuses Academy had done when it was their turn at pushing into the base. Neither team wanting to push too far. Both of them getting the utmost respect to the other. They're both tied here in the ranges, but look at that flash coming in from Soligo! The pick on the FLICKR immediately into Deathly. Brandini running for the hills, but it's one against the world, and the world is knocking you down, Brandini. You're not gonna be able to survive this one. That was all Soligo, the hero for 100 Thieves Academy. He saw FLICKR was way too far. He got the pick. They immediately get Deathly on top of that as well. And it's merely 2 tanks for Evil Geniuses Academy, trying to hold onto the base, and I don't think they're going to be able to do it. Here come the minions pouring into the base. The turret's next to fall down. One's gone. They're going to be able to follow suit immediately onto the second next turret, but they want this game. They don't even want to pad the KDAs because they know it's been a rough battle back and forth. They get a lot of damage on the map, but they take the game.
In a battle between 5 and 5 teams, it's 100 Thieves who beats back EG. In possession of the Cloud Soul, but it's a Baron who beats it. Gonna be happy to have that separation in the standings after that one. Thank you to Coco the Dragon and to Mad Magical for helping out with tonight's games. Be sure to follow them on Twitter. Seriously, go do it. Look them up, follow them, hit that button. I'll even wait. Well done. We brought you as much of tonight's action as we could muster, but if you want to see any of the matchups from beginning to end, the full games will be available on our LOL Esports VODs and Highlights YouTube channel. Stay tuned, though, because we got one more game before we go off the air. Alorum joins Pastry Time and I for the battle for second place between Cloud9 and Golden Guardians. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.